everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the effects of multiculture. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Multiculturalism is the view that races, ethnicities, cultures and other minority groups deserve special acknowledge of their differences within a dominant political culture. We can all say that multicultural is something that all of us should respect because all of us has different points of view, different ways of seeing things, and most of us have even different cultures and different ways of seeing these kind of issues. Anyone that has tried to understand other culture know that it's much more and complex than eating some food from that culture from time to time, listen sometimes some music from that culture, or even read some historical facts. It has been an abstract effort and commitment to understand and respect other cultures. It is almost epidemic when we listen and see some reports of other people visiting different cultures and having a certain behavior that it's totally unrespectful, and they are even aware that this kind of behavior can be offensive for that kind of culture. And this is something that is totally unacceptable in our days. It is like you having a rule in your place or in your house that nobody enter with the shoe that you use outside, and somebody just enter in your place and just run with the same shoes that usually run outside. This is a totally lack of respect and a lack of understanding that there are many other cultures with lots of different ways of doing things, and all of us must not just respect but also try to understand that these people are living in this kind of cultures and in this kind of ways of thinking, and we all must just be respectful, even if we don't really understand that much, but not be abusive in a way that be offensive to other people with other cultures. Of course, this doesn't mean that the tourism in this kind of countries or in other countries should not exist. Everybody are welcome, but everybody must understand that our rules, just like in any other place, in any other area, with any other society, with any other culture, there are rules, and these rules must be respected. There are enormous benefits of a multicultural society, and different kinds of ethnicity brings extreme value and should not be felt as a threat. Cultural diversity is an enrichment, not just in society in general, but particularly in schools, in the workplace, in the neighborhood, and different cultures give us an individual bonus because they give us different perspectives, different traditions, and so many other benefits and qualities that are much stronger in some cultures and not so much stronger in others. It can efficiently increase productivity in the workplace, and reduce insecurities and fears. For children, being aware and have contact with different cultures, open their own perspectives, give a much more flexibility in the thinking process, reduce feelings and acts like racism, discrimination, and teach them about recognition and respect. help them dissolve some stereotypes, and help with the self-stereotyping that sometimes are affecting too much our children and our pre-teens and our teens. And this is the reason why I totally advise anybody that can travel with their children, do as much as you can, and from a young age as it's possible, because all of this contact with different kind of societies and with different kind of cultures and ethnicities can really give something that otherwise it will be very difficult to explain. This gives experience in dealing with other kind of people, with other kind of ways of thinking, and in school is very important that we can have a multicultural school where everybody can share different ways of doing things and can share their own culture without fear, without guilt, without threatening. Giving this opportunity to children, it can also make them understand the real differences between everybody, between all of us, can help increasing creativity, much better communication skills, can develop empathy and increase language skills. All of this, it's very important for a kid's development or a child development, and sometimes very difficult to do it in another way, because they are all very subject items and all very difficult to explain to a child. So this is important that we give the opportunity for our children to live these kind of experiences, even if it's in a trip, even if it's in other kind of experience in school or in other kind of groups that children can be involved with. At home, the role of parents is very important. This is not possible. All of this learning experience for a child is not possible if the parents are not just much more multicultural, aware, and much more open-minded about this kind of experiences. Parents can start to develop this kind of mentality in their children, listen stories about other countries at home, watching documentaries about other cultures, making recipes together about some special food, playing board games about the world and the different cultures in the world, visit museums or cultural centers about the world diversity. Throw a party as a culture or different cultures has theme, and try to interest your children in some world news. Of course, this has to be totally suitable to the children's age, and encourage your children to learn a second language or a third language. Is something that it's very valuable, and is something that you can start with this theme about the diversity in the world and the multicultural that we have around us, and that all the world has a benefit to know and to live these kind of experiences. For a teenager, sometimes is a little bit more difficult to encourage them to other kind of activities that doesn't involve their own interests, but maybe it's important for you to make him contact with other cultures, with maybe a volunteer service in some small center or some kind of place or institution that work with multicultures, and make them understand that this is not just an experience, but also something that they probably will never forget, because they will understand that the world is not just the things that they know, but much more diverse, much more bigger and much more different than what they eventually may think. Having contact and respect for multicultural and our diverse society and the different ethnicities, it is a big part of living in a society and in a group of people. And it's also important to be aware of all the different kind of people that we met during our life. And this is what a positive social experience should bring. All of these experiences and connections, they also influence how people think, how people feel, and how people behave. With multicultural societies with political support, we can all learn much more, not just about others, but also about ourselves, and improve our social experiences in a much more positive ones. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, comment if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!